Hi, and welcome to Stamp with Jini. Today I'm going to share with you this fun card made with the Hey Chuck stamp set. This stamp set is a lot of fun with its quirky images and sayings, and it's a great set to use your Stampin' Blends on for coloring. So let me set this aside and I'll show you how to get started. I'm going to start with the stamping for this project, and I'm going to bring in my basic white cardstock and my little chicken, and I'm going to ink him up with the memento and stamp right in the center. Now I'm going to be die cutting him out, so I want to leave plenty of room. Next, I'm going to bring in this basic white panel, and I'm going to take this strip here and lay it straight down, let's see, slightly above center, as a mask so I know where I'm stamping, and I'm going to ink up the sentiment and stamp it over here in the top left. There we go. I've got that finished and I'm ready to move on to coloring. So I have my Stampin' Blends here, my wild wheat, copper clay, and pumpkin pie, and I'm going to bring in the light here and do the inside of my chick's mouth, like so. And then I'm going to bring in the dark pumpkin pie and do his beak. Oops, I need the bullet tip. Once I have that done, I can bring in the wild wheat and I can do my chicken. Now I'm going to do his head, this dark, along with his eyelid. In addition to that, I'll do his legs and some of his body, giving him some shading where I would like it, along with his back wing. Then I'll bring in the light and I'll finish his body. There we go. I've got his body finished, and I can start by doing his top feather and his tail feather, and I'm going to use the copper clay for that. So I am going to do his tongue in the light, and his little gobbler here. I'm going to leave that cap off and bring in my dark. Now for my dark, I just want to add some color to his crown and his tail feathers. And I'm going to bring that down into his back feathers. I'm just adding some streaks there and then bringing in my light and finishing it off. That'll give me a little bit of depth to his feathers. And of course, if you have any color that gets out of the line, your cover lifter will push that back real quickly. I'm ready to die cut my image and start building my card. Okay, while I die cut my chicken out, I also cut out a coordinating circle. And I'm going to fold my cardstock here on my score line. And then I'm going to bring in my sentiment panel here and my designer series paper. You can choose the side. Either side is quite lovely, but I'm going to use the stripes. I'm going to adhere that down. And then I'm going to bring in my solid stripe here and I'm going to adhere that in place. There we go. Now this is a little long so that I can easily turn it over and trim when I'm finished. I've got my strip of clay on the front here, and I'm just going to add a dot in the center of it to catch that right edge. I've got my adhesive on the back of the 1/2-inch strip, and I'm going to lay this down and adhere right in the center. Now this is long, of course, so that you can cut and line up the edge perfectly when you're finished adhering. It's a little trick. I like to do that with panels versus adhering it directly to the card front. Now that I have that on, I'm ready to add this to my card front. There we go. Next, I'm going to bring in my circle here, and I'm going to add that directly down onto my card front. And then I'm going to bring in my chick and some Stampin' Dimensionals, flip him over, and add 4 to the back. remove the backings. And bring him in and add him to the card front. There we go. To add a little bit of shine to this card, I'm going to use my In Color dots. These happen to be the 2023-25 In Colors, and they come in all 5 of the colors, so this is a perfect choice for this project as it will coordinate lovely. And I can add a circle on each side of the large circle. There we go. You can, whoops, I'm going to pick that up and move it in slightly. There we go. I do like to press down on my dots after I'm finished kind of burnishing them so they're adhered well. I hope you've enjoyed this project, and of course if you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. You can get there from my blog, Stamp with Jini. Thanks for joining me.